We are going to do Math Workbook pages 553 through 556, so make sure you have your workbook out in front of you. So we are going to use this line plot, and we're going to work with line plots this week and next week. So it says, Miss Mary's class weighs tomatoes of different sizes and types. They weigh each tomato to the nearest 1/8 pound. The results are shown in the line plot below. What is the difference between the weights of the heaviest tomato and the lightest tomato? So the heaviest number on here is 1, but did any tomato register at 1 pound? No. The heaviest tomato was right here at 3/4 of a pound. The lightest tomato was right here, and that doesn't have a number on it. What number is that? Well, if you paid attention, they weighed it to the nearest 1/8 of a pound. So this is 1/8. This is 1/8. This is 2/8, which is the same thing as 1/4, 3/8, 4/8, which is the same thing as 1/2, 5/8, 6/8, which is the same thing as 3/4, 7/8, and then 8/8. So this is 1/8, and so we're asked to subtract the heaviest 3/4 minus the lightest 1/8. Now, if you will recall, when we are subtracting fractions or adding them, we are going to find a common denominator. So we are going to use the common denominator of 8. What did we do to 4 to get to 8? We multiplied by 2, so we do it to the top. That's 6/8. What did we do to 8 to get to 8? We multiplied it by 1, so we do it to the top, and that's 1/8. So 6/8 minus 1/8 is 5/8. So the difference in the heaviest and lightest tomato is 5/8. All right, moving on. You get to skip this one. We're not going to look back. We know because we did our subtraction and our work on the first page there. So we're going to go to number 2. Graphing data on a line plot helps you get a picture of the data and how the data are spread out or grouped. So here we have the same line plot, the tomato weights that we just did the problem on the previous page. The scale of a line plot is the value represented by the distance between one tick mark and the next tick mark. So these are tick marks, and the value is between the tick marks. Counting up, how many tick marks does it take to get from 0 to 1? From 0 to 1, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What fraction of the whole is the distance between each tick mark? So they're asking you what fraction of the whole between 0 and 1 is just this right here, which we know because we just did it on the previous page, it's 1/8. So the scale is 1/8 of a pound. How many data values are recorded on the line plot? Explain how you know. So the data values are represented by the x's. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 data values are recorded. I know because there are 14 x's. What fraction do the 4 x's above 1/8 represent? So all 4 of these x's, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 1/8 is 4 over 8, which simplifies to 1/2. And then finally, if the scale on the line plot is 1/8, why are the numbers 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1 on the line plot? Again, we talked about this when we did the problem on 553. The reason they're using 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4 is because they're using simplified equivalent fractions. They are using simplified equivalent fractions. Because 1/4 is the same thing as 2/8, 1/2 is the same thing as 4/8, 3/4 is the same thing as 6/8. On page 555, you are actually going to do this on your own. So if you want to pause the video now and do that, you can. If you want to wait till the end of the video and go back, you can do that. But you're going to write your own words for line plot, scale, and data and give me an example of line plot, scale, and data. We are going to do the other problems on 555 and 556 together though. So what is the scale and how do you know? So this time we don't have tomato weights, we have apple weights. So what is the scale? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 tick marks, but the 8th tick mark only goes to a half. So if I was going to go all the way to 1 whole, that would be 8 more tick marks, so it would go to 16. So our scale is 1/16. Oops, 1/16. That's 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 5/16, 6/16, sorry, and 7/16, and then 8/16. These 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 are just simplified 16ths. So, what is the scale? The scale is 1/16. I know because there are 8 tick marks from 0 to 1/2. This means there would be 16 tick marks from 0 to 1. Alright, our very last page, we have the same line plot here again. Mr. Lee's class weighs apples of different sizes and types. They weigh each apple to the nearest 1/16 pound, so we were correct on the previous one. The results are shown in the line plot below. What is the difference between the weights of the heaviest apple and the lightest apple? The heaviest apple is 1/2, the lightest apple is 1/16, and difference means subtract. So we're going to subtract 1/2 minus 1/16. We're going to find a common denominator, which is going to be 16. What do we do to 2 to get to 16? We multiplied it by 8. 1 times 8 is 8. What did we do to 16 to get to 16? We multiplied it by 1. So 8/16 minus 1/16 is 7/16. You do not have to check your answer, but we did show our work. So the difference is 7/16 of a pound. If you have any questions, shoot me an email.